Alright, it's Hot 103.5, Sacramento's hit music station. Your boy Sushi filling in for Demetrius, aka the specialist, for the main room. And right now, kicking it with Party Favor.
That's me. What's good? What's good?
Everybody's out here just because this is your first time in Sacramento.
No, basically I only rolled with, up with older people. So that's my thing.
So we had talked about, and you wanted to make it clear that it's not because you didn't want to come to Sacramento, you just never got booked in Sacramento.
Yeah, I mean I literally play all over California. I fucking sell out California places, and I wanted to come to Sac for a while, and I haven't been here, and now I'm here, which I'm really excited about.
So let's dig a little bit, because you had a single that did really well. It was in a Mountain Dew commercial that made a dog dance. Tell us a little bit about how that happened.
Oh man, that was cool. A really cool experience for me. Like I got to, I started off. They wanted to use a different song of mine called Booty Loose, and it's a song that was out a while ago. And it was in another commercial, and they were like, "Oh, we don't want to use this anymore. It's already out in like a national commercial."
Right.
Not a bad problem to have, I guess, technically, but I mean, obviously, I was definitely bummed. And then they came back to us like 3 months later, and we're like, "Yo, we still really want to work with you, but we don't want to use that song. So, like, is there any way you can make something new?" So the whole song actually was like I made it kind of for the commercial, and with that in mind, and just this fun, wild, simple song. And it ended up being kind of like people heard it, and I played it out, and people were like requesting it, and I was like, oh, maybe I should just put it out too,
Yeah.
So, yeah, but it was surreal seeing such a, because Mountain Dew commercials are just crazy. So, like in general, like I mean.
What was it, Puppy Monkey Baby? No,
that was one before. That was a Super Bowl one.
Okay, right. So then.
But it was very similar. It was like a bunch of like animals and cats twerking and weird stuff. That, yeah, man. I mean, I feel like it's like that and Skittles. Like you're gonna get something weird,
And then, so following it up, then you had Bap You that also did really well.
Yeah, that was even before. Yeah, that was kind of like the first track that like really caught on with people, of like an original track. I did a lot of remixes before that, and that was kind of like one of my first big original tracks that caught on with people. So
that was one of the ones that's kind of pushed you, and then you get the Mountain Dew things, and then the response is good from that.
Yeah.
What is your favorite aspect of what you do as a because DJs are more than just DJs now. DJs are the artists, DJs are the producers are the artists. So what is your favorite aspect of what you do?
Oh man, that's crazy. I mean, I honestly love making music so much, man. I mean, I have so much fun just sitting down, whether it's like in my bedroom, on my couch, in my studio, but I mean, half of that also is getting to see the reaction when I play for people and playing for people. And man, I've had people come up and be like, "Yo, your music helped me through a really tough time in my life." And like, a lot of times you see the partying and all that crazy side of it, but for a lot of people, this is like this is a distraction for people. To get away from the shit that they might be dealing with, or whatever's going on in their life or their family, or whatever situation. And sometimes the music's gonna release for them. So for me, I mean, like being able to like, as I'm all about positive vibes, like positively affecting someone is like huge to me. So.
And I think people will catch that, because I mean, the live performance, when you get to be there's nothing like being at a live performance.
Yeah.
But I have to wonder, when you create music, do you create it thinking what the reaction is going to be when it comes out, or like the reaction is going to be when you play it out?
I mean, I think you always are concerned about are people going to like it, or like whatever. But I think that you have to just kind of trust what got you to where you're at now, and kind of just be like, all right, well, try something new. Like with my new EP, I just put out like. I put out kind of a poppier side of myself that I hadn't done before, and I wasn't sure if I was gonna get a lot of hate for it or whatever, but I was just trying to branch out and say, hey, look, I'm not just a one-dimensional artist, I can make this, and this, and I love making those things. So I think you gotta always be pushing yourself forward, as I don't think that any musician anywhere in history, or DJ for that matter, even if just straight DJing, if you're not pushing the envelope somehow, then you're not doing it right,
Right.
So.
Just trying to create something more than what is given.
Right, yeah.
One thing that I really want to know is, what is your, people call it the end game. What is your big goal with what you're doing?
Oh man, I feel like every goal that I've set so far, I've been able to, so far, which is awesome, been able to like reach it. And I mean, there's obviously, you could say I want to win a Grammy, I want to, do this and all those things I'd love to do, but I honestly, I want people to be able to just be listening to my records in 10 years and be like thinking they were cool, or I hope I'm still working in 10 years, man, and making something new and fresh, and I don't even know what it's gonna sound like, but for me, like, I don't try to think too far in the future, because I'm just like enjoying right now, because I worked really hard to get where I'm at, and it's like, I don't want to keep, Like I always like know there's more, but I'm like, you know, I'm enjoying it right now. So.
And as in the right now, as if I'm correct, there's an EP coming.
It actually dropped.
Just dropped.
Yeah.
So tell me about this EP.
EP is crazy. It really turned out amazing. I got Rich the Kid on there, Sean Kingston, Georgia Koo, Dylan Francis, Gucci Mane, and it's just awesome, man. It's a kind of a collection of where my head's at musically right now. It's a little bit of trap, a little bit of Vuitton, some fucking banger sounds. There's some like poppier elements to it, so it's a little bit of everything, you know.
Yeah, just the features alone just say that this thing spans hella far.
That's right.
So, you're working on music videos.
Yeah, I literally just flew straight from a music video set to Sacktown tonight. So, yeah. You guys call it Sacktown, or is that not cool?
No, we call it that.
Okay, cool. I know some places you go and they're like, nah, we don't say that.
Dude, people used to call this place Sacker Tomatoes or something like
What?
that. So yeah, don't worry, Sacktown.
I don't.
Sacktown's a lot cooler than Sacker Tomatoes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna stick with Sacktown because I like you.
So welcome to Sacramento for your first show.
Hell yeah, man! I'm so excited to be here.
What can people expect out of this live show?
I love to play a lot of music that people haven't heard before in my live sets. So like, I feel like everybody can get up there and play the same old bangers and same old hits. And I mean, I've been obviously gonna mix in a little bit of stuff that everybody loves and knows. But I love to test out either new music from myself or like my homies, or they'll send me stuff. And you know, sometimes it's like big DJ stuff that like no one even knows I'm playing it. And I won't tell you who it is, or I won't whatever. It's just kind of like, for me, I think that like going back to the art of DJing way back when people didn't have the access of the internet at their hands, whenever there wasn't, you know, you couldn't find out every song and everybody had the same songs and access. It was about like, you go to see someone DJ because they play music that you had never heard before. So like, I'm all about that, you know.
And people are getting that experience all over again.
Yeah, and it's probably lots of shrieky, loud, annoying music too. So yeah, I love that shit.
But it's still gonna be a whole lot of fun. And so SN1, who's the DJ for the main room, would like me to ask, what was the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to you on like in a live performance or even just in front of people?
I was in like Chicago, or I think it was Denver or Chicago, and I literally said, I was like, and I had been in one or the other the day before, and I was like, in the middle of my set, I was like, everybody, like, Chicago, stand up, and I was in Denver or vice versa. And I think it was actually, I was like Denver or something, and I like said the wrong city name. And it was like, the place kind of went like dead quiet, and they're like, what the fuck? And I was like, oh shit. And it was I was like so embarrassed, but I was like, all right, this is my bad. So I spun it back, and I was like, I got on the mic, and I was like, all right, I just fucked up the city that I'm in right now. Granted, I've been touring for a while, but I want everybody to boo me right now. Everybody booed me, and then I was like, all right, cool, now we can get back to it. But it was cool, because it was kind of like, everyone kind of laughed and stuff like that, but I still got shit from that for like months later. They were like, dude, I can't believe you said the wrong city name. I was like,
I think that's one of my favorite things, because I mean, our station is dominantly a hip hop and R&B station, but we do a specialty show to make sure that we get to showcase EDM and the dance world. And I think the one thing I've learned a lot about the dance community is that there's a lot of embracing the bad times and turning them into good times.
oh yeah, man. All about positivity. Yeah, I mean, you have to laugh at yourself, man. You know what I mean? It's like, I clearly like could have taken that and like tried to be all cool about it, you know, and it's like could have rubbed people the wrong way, but it's like I messed up. So it's like, you know, you gotta put it on yourself. But
and any last tidbits you want to give to the people of Sacramento? MSN. Wow.
Sacramento, not sack of potatoes. Thanks for rocking with me. I'll be back more and more. I love you guys. Thanks for listening to my music. You guys are awesome. Stay tuned. Shout out to Sushi. 35.
The main room.
The main room.
Give it to me twice.